everybody, welcome back to Drawing with Paolo. I was born to teach you how to draw, and let's do one right now. So here's the character's head, here's his neck, here is a line that represents the top of his shirt collar, the little V, upside down V here, and then this is his chest right here, going all the way down, his right shoulder that comes right back to his back here. We'll pull down a few lines for where the legs should be, and his pelvis should be around here, right? Now, at this point, we can draw where the shoulder should go, and we'll have his hand coming up to his earpiece, because yes, indeed, this will be our secret agent today, and he's holding his hand to his head where he's holding his earpiece, and his arm is folded, and here we can put in his other shoulder, going all the way straight down, and remember the elbow has to be the same height as his belt line, right? That's quite important, and he'll be holding a weapon, so we're going to give him a little gun, a handgun, and so his hand here has to be grasping a handgun. And so this is his little forefinger here, his thumb on this side, and it'll go up to his shirt. All right, so that's pretty much the basic elements to what we need today. So we'll start at the top and we'll draw all the way down. And in this case, we'll protect our drawing from our palm. And let's start the side here, which is his shirt cuff, which goes right into his jacket here. And so we can also use the paper technique, which we apply a piece of paper between our hand and our drawing paper, and that will also protect our drawing. But today what we'll do is we'll draw top to bottom and left to right. And so for your left-handed people out there, left-handed people have to draw from right to left so that you're not smudging your drawing with your hand. All right, so all these lines we can get rid of. We'll keep the center line so that we can know where to put his glasses. So let's put his sunglasses in here. And we'll make little ovals, and within the ovals we'll color this stuff in. But remember to keep a little bit of white at the top so it looks like a reflection in there. Just like we would draw eyes. Just like this, a little bit of white. And then we'll draw the bridge of the glasses and a little bit of the hinges on the side. And then from that point we can draw the eyebrows. So I'll just finish off a few details here. Alright, so let's draw his nose first even. So let's go with his nose. Just a little, sort of like a upside down W, right, or an upside down M for his nose, and here is his eyebrows. He's not angry, he's like, sort of curious about what's going into his ear, what type of information we're feeding him. Here's his lip, and his lower lip, and then a little bit of the little crease we have under our nose there. And we'll add his ear. Now, his ear has to be pretty much the height of his nose. The height of his nose and the bottom of his nose are pretty much the length of his ear. Okay, that's how we figure out how long or how big an ear should be. If you want to make bigger ears, then go ahead. You can do that. You can make it smaller too. This is your drawing. You invent the way you want your character to be. There's no rhyme or reason in drawing. You draw what you want, and that's what's fun about drawing. Let's add his hair here. So I'm going to give him a little short haircut. If you want, you can give him no hair at all or really, really long hair. So you can make him your secret agent. You can even draw a woman if you want to. You don't have to draw exactly what I'm drawing. This is just to help you out in learning how to draw. Okay, so let's draw that little tie in here with his collar. We'll make that a little bit darker. Just like this. And then we'll color in this tie portion here, the knot of the tie. All right, now these lines here, we don't need any more of this stuff here. Let's all get rid of that. There we go. Nice clean drawing. And I'll give a little bit of a cheekbone line here, and we're going to retrace the cheekbone on this side. And I'm going to color his neck because the light is coming from the top. It's also making a shadow here underneath his hair. His hair is sort of jutting forward beyond his face, so it should cast a drop shadow. All right, same thing on this side. We'll color this in. We'll add a few hair lines here, just go on pretty much haywire anywhere we want to put them. And that's going to help us color that stuff in later on. Alright, let's color this stuff in. Over here we should put the his jacket line coming across, go into his shoulder. Just like this. And then we got another line over here. And this is where the opening of his jacket is. So it's just a curved line that's going to the front. The same thing on the left side here, another curved line. So we have a big V line in the middle. And we filled this in with a tie. There's also a tie clip we can put right here, which allows the tie to be tacked to his shirt underneath. And we're going to color that tie in all nice and black. And I'm going to speed this up for you so that You can catch up if you want later on. You can hit pause and color in your stuff, or whatever's black you can keep for later. See this little line here? We can get rid of that. So essentially you want to really get rid of all those foundation lines that we've drawn out first. And as we draw those foundation lines, we don't need them as we're evolving within our drawing. Okay. So we're going to add a bit of drop shadow underneath this part here too, which makes the collar stand out a little bit more. We'll fix this little cheek, chin line here. Let's erase this little line in there. See that? Get rid of that. Now we can add a bit of shading under here with a bit more control. Really small lines. Then we're going to add a little bit of shading on top of his collar here because his head is producing shadow on his body. Alright, now let's draw the lapel. And the lapel is these two material triangles that come on top of the suit like this. We can curl those up if we want to and protect ourselves from the wind. But it's really a decorative piece. And same thing on this side. Triangular, curved triangles essentially. So this is we got two triangles, one inside of another like this, or one on top of another. And all these foundation lines, we can get rid of those. Don't need those anymore. And retrace the lines that you've erased. A lot of people have been asking about fashion drawing. I'm not a fashion designer, but as we draw clothes, we tend to learn how to draw more and more clothes. And if you like, all this stuff is sort of like fashion if you want. So this is sort of a fashion drawing as well. This secret agent is wearing some modern clothes. So let's get rid of his ear because his palm will be covering some of his ear. So we're just going to add his palm line here. And notice that I'm not afraid to erase things that I've pre-drawn. It doesn't really matter, okay? You can redraw it. So we're going to add a few little details to represent the ear in there. But you don't see it as well as you saw it earlier. And now we're going to color in his hair. And the best place, by the way, to watch these videos, there are now 54 episodes. You can go to my YouTube channel. That's the best place. Search for Drawing with Paolo channel or type Paolo Morrone out and then click on my name in blue that's above my videos or below the videos. And you'll end up on my YouTube channel, which has all of the 54 English and or French videos that you can watch. And you can also search them on the YouTube search page, but it's more fun when you're on my channel. You get to see them all there, and you can choose whichever one you want. You can also become a member or subscribe to my channel. That way, every update comes straight to you through your YouTube channel and advises you of new videos. Now, remember to shade. You want to color from left to right so that you don't smudge the drawing. Alright, so as you notice, I'm always drawing here on the left side first, and I'm working my way towards the right, and that allows me to keep my drawing nice and clean. Alright, pull the line all the way down, and we're going to add a little bit of his shoulder top here, and all this stuff we can get rid of that. There we go. Don't need that stuff anymore. And now we're going to color in his jacket sleeve here, a nice gray tone. And this part here will be a little darker because it's underneath, right? So because it's underneath, it's dark. Because of the light's coming from the top, it's making shadow here and here. We want to shadow the underside of this part too. Alright, add a bit more pencil here and color that stuff in. Nice and dark. And then we're going to use the gradient technique, which will allow us to make his elbow darker, and as we work our way to the top, we'll make it lighter and lighter. So let's color all this stuff in nice and black underneath here. His arm is making a nice drop shadow, and then this part here will make it lighter and lighter as we work our way out. Okay, so nice and dark here. There we go. And we're going to color in the lapel on this side and his jacket chest part here. So we'll make this a little bit darker than the lapel. Add a bit of shadow here to this side of the collar. And let's give him a little shirt line here. It adds a bit more detail and realism to this character. Alright, next step, we'll add maybe an earpiece cable that's coming down this way. If you also want to follow along, you can follow me through YouTube and my Facebook page, and also through Twitter. If you're looking for me on Facebook, it's Drawing with Paolo on Facebook. And if you're looking for me on Twitter, it's Paolo Morrone, simply. And all of my drawings are posted a week before, so you get to see a picture of what we're going to be drawing the following week. So I'll probably post stuff on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then on Friday, that's the video that's coming out. So those of you that are following me really get an advantage. You get to see what's coming up next. And I tend to throw out one drawing a week, or produce one drawing a week. and those end up on my YouTube channel. All right, so let's add here his arm, his right arm comes down here just like a jacket sleeve, and then a pretty straight line here goes to the elbow and comes right down to the collar, and his back line here. A little bit of, don't forget the little folds, right? This is clothing, so clothing folds. Little triangle here at the bottom of the jacket, and all these lines, foundation lines, get rid of those. We don't need those anymore. All right, let's rearrange my page, and we're gonna add a little element here of detail once again. So we're gonna add a kerchief or a handkerchief right here, folded and placed inside his pocket. Who knows, maybe this is a weapon as well. You know, secret agents have all these funky weapons, just like James Bond, and so who knows what this handkerchief can do. Maybe it becomes a spaceship of some kind. Yeah, I'm just having fun inventing stuff here. So let's add a bit of shadow underneath here, and we're gonna color the whole of his jacket. I'm just going to continue the outline here, and we'll color this in, accelerate that up, and don't forget there's a little knit line here. So this is where the jacket's been sewn together to the sleeve, and once again that adds a bit more realism to the drawing. And so let's color around this part. The pocket needs to be dark all the way to the bottom of the jacket, nice and dark here. There we go. And we're going to add a few shaded lines in here, so make certain aspects, certain part of this darker to give us a feeling of a sheen to the jacket. The jacket is a sort of expensive one, so we don't want to make it look more expensive by giving different reflections in the jacket material. So by leaving certain parts darker and certain parts lighter, it gives that idea that there's a little bit of a reflection, light play in the jacket. All right. And let's color the arm as well. But first, let's put in some leg lines here, just so I know what to color in next. All right, let's color all this stuff. And some people at home might say, hey man, that's not what a secret agent looks like. And you can answer, well, this is what my secret agent looks like, and that's okay. You draw what you want to draw, and if you want to draw a dog with 3 eyes, then hey, that's you can do that. You want to draw a cat with 5 fingers, 6 fingers, 7 fingers, that's your gig, and you do it the way you want to, because that's what's fun about drawing. You invent stuff and use your imagination. Video games, books can maybe bring you somewhere, but they don't make you use your imagination so much. So drawing, creating, painting, sculpture, those kinds of things really help you practice your imagination. And imagination is important because that's what brings up ideas, and ideas can be applicable anywhere, at work, at school, with your friends. And so using your imagination is very important, and drawing helps you bring out, practice that imagination part of things. So don't let yourself be discouraged by people saying, hey, your sun is blue, why the heck did you make it blue for? Well, it's my drawing and it's my imagination, so I'm using my imagination to draw what I want. And that's what's really cool about all this stuff. All right, let's draw here his hand holding a gun. And I'm not really good at guns, and usually what I tend to do is, if I'm not good at a drawing, I'll bring up a drawing or a picture on the internet. And so let's erase this stuff here. And so, but in this case, I'm just going to draw it freehand. I'm not going to look at anything. I'm just going to see what I can make. It's just really a rectangle anyway. So, but if you're not good at drawing something, the best way to get drawings done is, yeah, you can watch my videos for sure, but the next step is to actually go look at real objects, either on the internet or on books, or if you have objects lying around the house, that's the best way to draw stuff. So, you know what, for example, like a chair, you want to know how to draw a chair? You definitely have chairs in your kitchen or at school, so sit down in front of that chair with a sketch pad and draw what you see. And that will help you put objects in reality and an environment, in a space, and also will help you design and draw those shadows that are so difficult for some of you to draw. And shadows are tough, but it's very important to base yourselves on real objects. And so in this case, for this gun, I'm just going to draw a few rectangles here, one on top and behind each other. But if I really wanted to draw a real, good-looking, realistic gun, then I'd actually pull a drawing or a picture up on my iPad and take a look at it as I'm drawing along. In this case, it's just really basic lines. It doesn't really need to have too much detail for this drawing, this gun. Pull this part in too. And there we go. There's his pistol. I'm not sure what it is, but let's call it a Desert Eagle. And color in the pants here. We got a left line here and his left leg coming this way. And then let's color all this stuff in. And then there should be a little shadow here. And this is, of course, the pant leg fold. And we'll add a crotch line here. And there another length, maybe the stitch on the side of his pants. And we're going to color the left side here darker. And the same thing on this leg. And we're going to make the inseam there a little bit darker as well. And underneath the jacket needs to be nice and dark. And these lines here, we need to get rid of those. See how I've overlapped? So let's get rid of those. And these ones too. Oops, got rid of a bit too much. So I'm just going to retrace these lines and then recolor it. And bring it all the way down. There are no errors in drawing. It doesn't really matter. You can redraw that stuff. You can erase over it. You can't really make a mistake. And if you don't like your drawing, fine. Keep it. Don't scrap it. And make your next one better based upon the one that you don't like. All right? Okay, let's work on the background now. So our character is pretty much complete. We're going to put him in an environment, and we're going to place him in front of a wall. So here's the door frame to where he's standing. He's standing in front of a door. Maybe he's protecting it, or is somebody's inside there, or he's going to enter that place. So here's the door frame. Multiple lines give the idea of detail. But I'm drawing lighter lines than my character, so he really steps out from the background. We'll add a window here. Let's add the window frame with multiple lines again. Gives an idea of texture. There we go, about halfway through the door, or halfway to the door, just like that. And then we'll add some brick detail because he's standing in front of a brick wall. And I'm not going to fill the whole space with brick. I'm just going to fill in some areas of the wall to give the illusion that the whole wall is made of brick, but I'm not going to take the time and draw all of the bricks on the wall. So just a few spaces like this. And I'm leaving some white areas because you really know what the detail of that wall should be without having to pay attention to all the detail of it. So I'm just going to accelerate this. And so you're going to be able to understand what I mean. So see, certain areas I'm leaving white because you understand, right, what the background looks like. It's made of brick, so I don't have to do the whole thing. And we're going to add a wood texture here. And I'm going to add a window in this door. So people can, when people knock on the door, they can slide it open and say, what's the password? And then add a few more details here. Lines and lines. Wood grain texture sort of looping around, goes back up like this. Just like that. Squiggly line. It looks like an older door. Don't forget the lines back here. Alright, and a few more brick lines. Just like that. But say I'm leaving white areas, it gives it a cool look. A bit cartoonish like that. And I'm going to color in the glass here in the back, but leaving a little bit of white here so there's a little glass reflection. Same thing here, so pull a line up, color inside that line, and then do the same thing at the bottom. Pull a line up, color the way down, and add a bit of shadowing at the top. Alright, a little bit of shading like this all the way across. Same thing for my door. And there you have it, boys and girls. This, for those of you that wanted the Secret Agent, I hope you like it. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I had a few the door hinges here. And that's that, guys. So thank you for watching Drawing with Paolo and subscribing to my channel. Have a great day. See you next time.